Hello, world. That was easy. WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Minecraft Invasion. So, apparently I am blind as all hell, and I decided, I never saw one of those flowers before in my life. Therefore, it would be a good idea for me to go out and try to find it in a merry journey of hope and wonder. Apparently, aforementioned blindness kicked in, and then I looked around actually right then, and found out, hey, yeah, they've been around me this entire time. So, yeah, that was quite fun. I'm still going to go out because I do want to explore the world a bit more now that I actually have some modicum of protection. Now, it's not really that much of an exploring, and more of a don't get got by Herobrine. I need to find a Herobrine counter rather. How do people normally fight Endermen? People normally fight Endermen either by cheesing it, by using some sort of anti-teleport device, or they are, basically they go up into the world, or rather make a roof, so that nothing bad happens to them ever. Obviously, that second one's not going to work because these Herobrines are the same height as me, but at least a man can hope and dream. Now, I'm just going to go around and find some buildings so I can get a bit more iron. I mean, free iron is never a bad thing, so I might as well do that while I am out here. And lagging apparently because my computer still hasn't booted up. So if anything interesting actually occurs, i.e. if I actually find something worth recording, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll meet you guys back at the base. Hopefully with less lag. No words express how annoying finding that book there is. Okay, I am back, and I got a lot of blocks of quartz just from one of the buildings that I decided to frequent. Not really frequent, but anyways. It's not really frequenting if you only go once. Now, one thing I gotta do is make sure to close that window that I had open because I get laggy when that's open. Anyway, so we got a good enough haul on that, even though that wasn't the main objective of that. We also got an enchanted book with infinity, and a terraformer apparently might be able to get some energy from this, but an enchantment generator gets not much actually from that, so there's no really point processing it using that method. So what I'm going to do is just throw this into here so I get some more airdrops, etc, etc, etc. So let's focus mainly on the quests right now. Actually, two things I want to do. A, focus on the quests so that I can actually do stuff as I'm, well, supposed to. And B, look at, well, what was I going to look at? Let's look at the quest first. Might as well look at the quests while I am questing for that good old-fashioned experience. I got 23 levels, as you see here, which is a pretty decent haul. Why don't I just look for the quest thing here? Quest book. There we go. So grab this. We got a lot of nutrients. Now I should be able to return stuff to the system by putting it in the return area, and what I also learned by the commenters is if I use this, I can, if I use the keys on the central block here, it will perform the action on all of them, which is kind of necessary with all the stuff that I'm doing. First of all, let's get this quest. Man, I hope you cannot hear what's happening upstairs. It's kind of noisy. If you do, I apologize. Okay, now that we have that, let us throw you out of the way. Doubt I'm gonna need that anytime soon. And we're almost done all the quests here. It's just gonna require a bit. So, healing salve of all things. Do I have one of those? Yes, I do. So let's grab one of those. And the main thing that was mentioned is the fact that I should set this thing over here to in-out. Or, I guess, extract all the time. So, always active extract. So it should extract from here, from the return area, and send it off to the appropriate location. So for instance, if I put iron there, it'll extract the iron and throw it in the appropriate spot there. So that's one thing that I can do. So if I just want to throw all this away, I don't think it requires nutrients in order to do this. I might be mistaken with regards to that though, but essentially I no longer need this. There's no point whatsoever having that on there at all. Let's actually take my wrench, and we're gonna need to process these. So with that out of the way, another thing that I should probably think about doing is set this to input output as well, to allow it to let's see, in out, to allow it to go into here. Now the problem is with that is that I'm gonna need to set this to there. Okay, so it's set to -1, meaning that if there's any problems, sorry, it's set to if I did that without these wolf boots on, I would be a dead man, or at least close enough to it. So I don't really need this. We'll just set this to extract never active, or I could set it to extract always active, just throw this back into the system. And what this will do is if it can't find a place in there, it'll just throw in this chest, which it's probably doing right now. The reason I'm doing that is because I have a lot of space in here and there is no point in me not having that. Anyway, so let's actually look at the quest. There's a few things I want to do with this eventually. So, quests or look at this? Quests or look at this? I think what I want to do is look at this so I can derive, or rather divine, some of the mechanics that it provides. So let's get our conduits. Gonna need to get those. Doubt we're gonna actually need all these, but it's safe to have. And we'll do a bit of experimentation with, I guess, some iron. As we'll get a bit of iron. Throw that there. So my thinking is that eventually I'm gonna want to automate this so that it's not annoying to use. So what I can do is figure out if these conduits can interact with these at all, and it doesn't seem like that is the possible at all. But there must be some input-output that... Wait, I remember now. I can use chests to do this. So if I put a chest here, and put something in here, I think the conveyor extracts? No, it inserts automatically into a chest. It doesn't extract automatically. So let's see if there's any hoppers that I can do. I know I can use a vanilla hopper in order to do the exact same thing, because it should interact positively with this. However, I think it would be a good idea to actually get a hopper system from the mod. Probably not. Is there a trapdoor? Let's look at the conveyors. To convey a bit of information. Dropping conveyor belt. I think this drops down though, so this probably isn't what I want. Therefore, for the sake of simplicity, what I can do instead, let's get that out there, is make a simple hopper setup. This is my tin, right? I can never actually see anymore. Tin. Let's get half sack. That is good enough for me. And my thinking is as follows. Say I want to make a lot of these, but currently I have to change the mold on this metal press to be what I actually need. As in, swapping all of that is a pain in the behind, so I don't really want to do that, but I do want to be able to automatically do all of this. So basically my thinking is that we can't really just have one metal press. In order to fulfill that objective, we're going to need to have multiple metal presses. Yes, that is the word that I am looking for. So we got tin plates here. Wow! Man, I hope you can't hear that. Apparently it is becoming a magical menagerie up there, and things are dropping left, right, and center, which is not exactly the best thing. What does this do? Interesting. Okay, not something that I'm gonna need. So, The easiest solution will be hopper and drop a bunch of stuff here. So 10 ingots. Go! There we go. So this is gonna obviously get all of the tin plates that I'm going to need, and all I would need to do is send stuff to this hopper to have it properly work. Now there lies the tricky part, in the sense that I will need to have a system that's able to handle that. So what I'm thinking I can do for that is as follows. If I have multiple chests up here with different item frames up here, like a gear, a metal plate, a rod, etc., etc., that should be all I need. Then I just put the things that I want to transform into said things inside of the chests, and that will be everything that I need. It might be a good idea if I have that as a separate line. And do I want to do it in here? Probably not, because it's already going to be a bit busy with all the stuff I have here. So what might need to be done is if I place this like that, obviously this is going to be the best architecture in the world. Believe me, tremendous. Just place that there, and I can continue building out here and have a dedicated press room. It's not really a pressing matter, honestly, but it's something that I might want to work on in a bit. Let me just make a mock-up of a room. I might as well. There's no point not doing this. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so by the way, rain. Rain is good. Lots of water. Tremendous. So my idea is basically like this. Let's get this. This is probably good enough for what I'm planning to do. At least an initial thing. So I'm gonna do this. Naturally throw that back there. Probably a waste of all that fun stuff, but whatever. We got that. We might... No, there's no way we're out. No, of course. It's just gonna take a while to get in. So, I have a small little room here, which is a nice, helpful area for me to work on, but it's obviously going to get a bit full after I start working a bit more. I'm gonna need to get a few conduits over here, mainly for the power. Yeah, can you not do that, thanks? No, crud. Okay. It's kind of hard to... There we go. I mean, it's not really that hard if I actually do it properly, but I don't really have much time for doing it properly, so I guess we're gonna have to continue with the method that I decided to go with. So the ultimate goal is I want to craft any type of stuff from the metal press. Metal presses, as you may know, requires a lot of things in the sense that, oh gosh, it's material intensive. So let's look at the metal press recipe, which is going to require me to actually have the book again. Where was the book? I know it requires conveyors. I don't think I have that many conveyors on person. I'm probably going to have to throw all of these things into colossal chests so that I don't lose track of them, but I guess that's something else I can work on later, but it's probably not going to be helpful. What was it? Immersive engineering, I think? Oh my god, that thing was huge. Oh, Okay, where did that blade well come from? That did not bode well. We managed to find a T-Rex. It didn't do much damage to me, though it did do stuff to my pants that I'm not exactly happy to admit about. But anyways, we should actually go onwards with the task that we're trying to do rather than what we are failing to do. Anyway, so let's get the shield up because that was a minor failing. We need to find the immersive engineering book. So... there we go, let's get that, and look at what we need. We need a metal press. So metal presses require this entire contraption. So how many plates do I have? I think there are 5 in total, so I'm going to need 4 of all of these things because I already have one of these things kicking around. So I need 8 steel scaffolding. So steel scaffolding requires this. So I am missing the rods. So let us get... That should be enough rods? No, that should be enough rods. And we're going to need that, and we can return that. You can see why it is beneficial to actually have the... Oh, I already have a steel rod there. That might have been helpful. Yay. Unless that was the... No, it already pulled out the steel rod, so that is not the thing that I needed. Let's just throw 2 of these in here, because now we actually have all the steel rods that we need. Then again, there may be more steel rods that we're going to use, or rather need in the future, but... Hey, can you please stop lagging? There we go. That works. Hooray. Okay, so we got that. And that's all of that. So let's get that and that. So we got more than enough steel scaffolding for now. So let's look at this. We're also going to need redstone engineering blocks. So let's get the recipe for that. Redstone engineering blocks require this, so there, we now have all the stuff that we need. I should not have shift clicked because this is going to require some stuff that is not exactly good. So we got all those. We also need conveyors. Conveyors we need 8 of, so this is the proper amount. We are also going to require pistons. Pistons right here, which is going to require iron rods. So let's get 2 iron and rod that up, which is going to be nice and easy since we have all the other materials after this. So 1, 2, let's throw these in here, and another 2. That's a lot of cobblestone actually, now that I look at it. I'm sure it was a lot of cobblestone if I wasn't looking at it, but whatever. So, iron rods, here, we got the iron rods, hi. There we go, we'll get 1 more of those so we can do that. We are missing some material, so let's actually do that again, because now we're missing cobblestone. Great. Ha! Plank! Thank you. That works better. Okay, so mental note on that. It's not the smartest. Heavy engineering block is the next thing. And that's going to require 4 of these. So that's even more pistons. So let's actually do the math. The piston math. We're going to need 4 pistons. And we're going to need 4 of these. So we are missing steel now. Okay, that is interesting. So this is the first time that we're actually low on steel. We've never actually had this point. So let's get that. It's honestly a low point for us. What are you working on anyways? I want to know. So while the steel is processing, is there anything else that we need in here? Obviously, we're going to need some coal coke. So let's get these coal coke blocks. Probably going to be incredibly wasteful by just throwing it in like that, but you know what? Whatever. We're also going to need electrum, which we do not have. So electrum recipe is alloy smelter, silver and gold. Do we have any silver? Yes, obviously. So 1, 2, and we're also going to need gold. Is there a way to get only 1 of these? No, apparently not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna alloy smelt all of this up because this is all that we're gonna need. There we go. That should be good. Now we're just basically waiting for this. I think that's the only thing here that we're waiting for. Nothing really that we need to worry about at that point. So once we have the heavy engineering blocks, oh yes, we need pistons. So that's an additional 4 iron here. Wait, 4? Is it 4? No, it's still just going to be 2. But we're also going to need to convert some of our oaks, our entire oaks in there. Professor, you have a problem. I think I already used that joke. That's what the problem was. Just throw all this in. Did I already throw it in there? No, I didn't. I just made some chests out of the stuff that I had. So let me wait for all the steel to cook up, and then we can move... Ooh, how much steel did we need? I think we actually need 1 per, so we're going to actually need to throw in a bit more iron here. So this is going to take a while. So in the meantime, I'm just going to look at a few quests that we might need to do for the rest of the stuff and do a bit of clean work because, oh god, this is messy. Okay, so healing salves actually requires crafting it, so we cannot actually cheat in that regards. Unfortunately, we do need a bowl. Now we do have a bowl. Yay! That was simple, not sure why that would take anyone too long. Haha. So the next thing is that we're going to need 2 seeds. We got a boatload of seeds in here, I do believe. Yes, we do. And we're also going to need a sapling. This thing is out of power or something. Actually needs an axe, so eventually I'm going to have to refill this. Maybe I should actually automate that, but the opportunity cost, I don't know. It would have been a lot better to automate that beforehand, like way back when before I built this monstrosity of a base. Boom, 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 boom. So that's that. We got the crafting task done. Therefore, I get all of those fun rewards right there. Can probably just shove them all in there because it's not going to be necessary right now. So what's the next thing? Also got that, so might as well grab this. Don't need the bottle. We'll just throw it in here as well because at least it stacks partly. Building bridges. This is something that I've actually never done. Might be good. Gun stock. We can actually look at all the stuff here instead. So gun stock requires a flint and steel, so let's make one of those. Hi. Already made one of you. There we go. For some reason it didn't detect it. Okay, so gun stock. That's good. We also need gun barrel. Now one thing I'm wondering... any eye sink. Okay, that's good. Can just do that. So I can use tin, lead. Haven't used lead for anything, so we'll just do that. And the final thing that I need is the bridge, building, etc. So... one problem with this is that... it's synced with this. That's what... Okay, let's see if this works. Bridge... It's not perfect syncing. I think this ship has sank, and we're not really going to worry about it right now. So let's see. What do we need to do with that? So we got a ladder gun, rope, slabs, and bridge building gun. So let's see what I can do with this. What can I use this? I can just craft that to make either of those. I don't think I'm going to actually need that stuff because I already have all that. So ladder gun. Let's see how we can use this. Can't build a ladder on top of a block. Try the sides. Okay, so basically chooses where you're looking at, then builds whatever you're trying to do. The rope, etc. So if we were to, for instance, do that, you'd at least a bunch of stuff. So do I have to hold it? There we go. That is nice. So how can we reclaim this? We can't actually reclaim it. That is not as nice. So it would have been nice if I could, but apparently, nope. Just gonna be a temporary bridge that I'm not able to use. Bridge building gun is probably gonna be similar. That was weird. Ha! Ha! Ooh, okay. Ha! 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 Okay, it forces you in a particular direction. But this does look like it would have been handy earlier if I actually have all the stuff that I need. So let's try this. If it works. There. Nope, I got 19 slabs, but 6 rope, so it looks like I'll have to do the old sissy way. Ow. Yeah, something is in the way. Apparently a piranha. So here we are, we got 4 of the things set up. All that I need to do is actually activate them like so. That's not what I wanted to do, thanks. Activate, 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 there we go. Activate and activate. So we now have 4 metal presses here, and they're set up with the proper energy, and they also have these hoppers which we're going to have to configure with the appropriate items. Now obviously chests and trap chests cannot, well, they can go next to each other and they won't form together when done so. So let us look at the system right here. We're just gonna do this, this, and trap chest, and that's simply all that we're gonna need to do with regards to that. Now the next thing we will want to do is shift click, shift left click, there we go. So we're going to want set colors for each of these. So what I'm thinking is we can set this one to brown, this one to blue, and this one to the actual color after that, purple, and we're only going to have 3 set up initially. Come on. Can I not actually take off these things? There we go. That is simply what I wanted. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We'll have this for general use, but I doubt it's actually going to come into effect. There we go. And we have wire, plate, and eventually bullet casing, but we're not quite at the bullet casing stage. I just need 1 more item conduit, then we'll be good with regards to that. So if I want to, for instance, get a metal plate mold, all I will need to do is throw this in here. There we go. We'll put the thing here, and we'll put the wire one here. And we just need to set these up to the appropriate thing. Wow, this is finicky. Ha! Nope. Ha! There. Nope. Ha! Ha! There we go. So this is going to be insert, and it's going to be the brown channel. This must be so sad to watch. This is going to be the blue channel. And, like a not idiot. I feel like an idiot still. Ha! There we go. This will be the magenta, or purple. And once we actually get the appropriate thing, maybe we can just steal this for the time being. Did you go in the hopper? Yes, you did. Okay, this can be... what? Cyan! Yeah, cyan for bullet casings. Probably not going to use this much. Yeah! And when we actually set this up properly, say if I wanted some iron plates, or let's go with tin plates. We'll throw all these in here, and they'll be extracted and thrown into here, and they should magically hopper down. Do they have to? Yeah, they have to, don't they? It has to be the case where it can't go like that, but they can only be inserted when you place the hopper here. Is that the case? Probably is the case, isn't it? Let us remove some of these so that we can actually test this in the proper environment. So we'll just take some of the item conduits, since we are going to need to quote-unquote rewire this. Place that there, and I guess the most cosmetic would be placing it here. I'm going to need to do a bunch of stuff, but set this to brown again. Take that away, unless it was somehow on the server side oriented different from the client side. Let's see. Okay, now this works. So this is essentially what we're going to want to do. We'll then want to have a bunch of conveyors like this to pick up all the stuff. Obviously this is not working the most proper way, and I think that the tin plates are actually either getting deleted or sent to the stratosphere. I'm not entirely sure, but at least this is something that we can look forward to actually working in the near future. Just have to set up everything properly. Well, that's all the time for this episode of Minecraft Invasion. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. I'm thinking I'll probably just have the conveyors, like, here, and actually orient them the proper way, which would be helpful. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.